Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Devin with HDpiano.com, and in today's lesson, we're going to be taking a look at Man in the Mirror, the inspirational sing-along by the one and only Michael Jackson. We're going to be looking at the verse in this video, and to be honest, it's pretty simple. It's going to get a little more difficult as the song goes on, but what we're learning today in this video is pretty within reach for even beginners. So, check it out. Looks a little something like this. Here we go. So we do this 2 more times, but I'll go ahead and skip the second time. Go a little lower. All right, something like that. So we're going to get through that much in this video, and that is pretty much the first verse, and that gets us all the way to the pre-chorus. And that's all going to be contained in part 2 and beyond over at HDpiano.com, including, by the way, a melody version. So if you're interested in learning the melody to this piece, then head on over. Okay, now before I dive in and show you what's going on here, a quick question. We're all about crowdsourcing those requests from you guys to see what we should teach next. So my question is, what should the next Michael Jackson tutorial be? There's obviously so many great songs, and we've only got a few of them. So throw them at me. Drop them in the comments below, or head on over to requests.hdpiano.com and let us know what's on your mind, what you think we should do next. All right, let's get started. So we've got this kind of high, mysterious bell sound, and it gets us through the first 4 measures all by itself, and then it continues on through the verse. So I'm going to hold down the pedal because pretty much all of these notes, in fact, all of these notes, come from the G major scale, which means it's okay to hold the pedal in this case because it's not going to get too muddy. We're up high, and all the notes work well with each other. So we've got B, A, G, F sharp, E. Now between each of those notes, we're going to slip a D with our pinky. So all right, pretty simple. Just get that pattern going on. One more time, and then we'll add some rhythm. All right, so you see what's going on there? So the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So did you notice that except for the first 2 beats, everything was an upbeat, meaning when I said and. So we have 1, 2, and then from there on out, it's all upbeat. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay. So let's do it one more time and we'll move on. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. All right, so 2 measures down, 2 more to go of this little chime part here. So the 3rd and 4th measures look like this. 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. So those 2 measures are almost identical. It's just that the first note is different in each one. So the first measure starts with G, and the second starts with A. So we go G, D, E, D, G, A, D, E, D, G. All right, and the rhythm is the and of 1, beat 2. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and now same. 2, 3 and 4 and. So if we put those together, we get the full 4 measures of the intro. Here we go. Nice and slow. And 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and. Now notice when we transition to repeat it, there's a very big leap that we have to pay attention to here. It's easy to mess that up, and with a song as delicate as this one, you don't want to be like, oh, geez, you know. So definitely practice jumping from this G above middle C all the way up to this B. Okay? So let's do it one more time, and we'll get that transition, and then we'll move on. So 3, 4. Sorry, I missed a note. I'm being too gentle. Here we go. Jump, and do it again. Hear all that resonance from the pedal? All right, so all in all, we play that phrase 3 times, the intro, and then 2 times for the verse. And then we bring our left hand in, and we play the second half of the verse. And we're still doing, it's a very sparse approach. There's not really any clear bass lines or anything. It's just some gentle chords following that same pattern, more or less, that same rhythmic pattern. So it looks like this. So in those first 2 measures, the left hand was just hanging out on D. And the rhythm was 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we hit C for the next 2 measures. Right hand, G and B, A, D, G. So all together, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. One more time, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, F sharp, G, E, C in the left. So a consistent rhythm there. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and, right? A lot of upbeats in this song. So we land on our C chord, and all that happens there is we hit C on the downbeat in our left, and on the end of 2 we fill it in with a D and a G in the right. So E, C, and 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E, and a 1. There's just a little quick pickup into the next 4 measures. That's G, A. And the next 4 measures, are much of the same material. So the first measure is almost identical. The left hand just removes that last note on the end of 4. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and... Oops, here we go down to G in the left. All right, so see the difference? We removed a note in the first measure in the left and added a note in the second measure on the end of 2. One more time. Now we land on G, and we fill it in with a C and a G this time in the right. All right, so that is the entire first verse, my friends. I'll go ahead and play it down one more time from top to bottom. You know what? Actually, before I do that, I want to break down the chords a little bit so you have a bit, of a deeper understanding of what's going on. So we know this key is in G major. This song is in the key of G major, rather. And like I said, most of these notes come from the G major scale. So notice what's happening if we kind of parse out the chords a little bit. We're basically walking down the scale with these pretty chords. So we get G major, then D over F sharp. So basically we have the notes of a D major triad over an F sharp in the left hand. Then we have E minor, with the D is kind of an ostinato, that's the minor 7th. Then we have D major, and we get down to C major, and we kind of hang out there for 2 more measures. So it's this lovely descending pattern. Right, and we'll see a lot of this throughout the song. So I just wanted to call attention to what's going on there in the harmony, and we'll find out in the next video that in the chorus that direction of that harmonic motion kind of shifts, and we get some more ascending stuff in the pre-chorus and the chorus. So it's a nice way of differentiating this kind of downward motion of the verse with the upward motion of the chorus. All right, well, I'll play you guys out with one time through the verse, and hope to see you over at part 2. So here we go. Do it one more time for you. Bring the left hand in. All right, there you have it, my friends. It's been a pleasure. What a beautiful piece. Can't wait to learn the rest with you over at HDpiano.com. While I have you here, if you wouldn't mind liking and subscribing here on YouTube and following us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz, so you can stay in the know about all of our upcoming tutorials. All right, my name's Devin with HDpiano.com. See you later.